might make it a little bit easier. All right, if there's anything challenging about matrices, it is multiplying them because they do not work the way we think they should. We think that we should be able to say 2 times 7 is equal to 14. That's not 14 right there. So I don't do multiplication the same way I do addition and subtraction. I can't take what's in the first row, first column times what's in the first row, first column and put it in the first row, first column. I got to do it differently. So here's how I multiply matrices. First off, their order is really important, okay? The order is how you tell whether you can multiply and what your answer is going to look like. All right, so you'll notice that when you're multiplying matrices, the inside numbers in the order have to be the same in order for you to be able to multiply. All right, so if you look at this first example, we've got a 2 by 2 and a 2 by 2. The inside numbers were the same. Look at this next one. The next one, I have a 1 by 2 and I have a 2 by 3. Could you add those? What has to be true for you to add? They have to be identical, right? Exact same order. So I couldn't add or subtract these, but I can multiply them because their inside numbers are the same, okay? So what if their inside numbers are not the same? Then it can't be done. So if you come down here and you look at this last one, for our inside numbers, we have 2 and 1. If it's not the same, it can't be done. And so we just say that it's undefined. No solution, impossible, can't be done, whatever WebAssign tells you that it wants you to put, does not exist, whatever. But we'll use undefined. All right, so let's go back and look at how I do multiply matrices if I don't do it that other way. Something else that's important is that the outside numbers in your order tell you the order of your answer. So if I look at this first one, my outside numbers are a 2 by 2. So that tells me that my answer is going to be a 2 by 2. So I'm going to go ahead and come over here and I'm going to give myself 4 blanks for a 2 by 2. If I want to know what goes in the first row, first column, I multiply the first row times the first column. If I want to know what goes in the first row, first column, I multiply the first row times the first column. So I'm going to take 2 times 7 plus 3 times 8. So 2 times 7 plus 3 times 8 is where that 38 is coming from. All right, if I want to know what goes in the first row, second column, I'm going to multiply first row by second column. So I'm going to multiply my first row 2, 5 times my first row 2, 3 times my second column 1, 6. So 2, 3 times 1, 6. So 2 times 1, 3 times 6 is where I'm getting that 20. Okay, what is 67 in terms of row and columns? What's its location in the matrix? What row is it in? Second row. What column? First. So if it's in the second row, first column, that tells me what to multiply. I multiply second row times first column. All right? So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to multiply second row 5, 4 times first column 7, 8. So we would do 5 times 7, 4 times 8, add those together, and that's where we get the 67. All right, how about 29? Where is it in the matrix? What row, what column? Second row, second column. So what am I going to multiply? Second row times second column. Yes. So let's take that second row, 5, 4, and multiply it by that second column, 1, 6. So we would do 5 times 1 and 4 times 6. Add those together to get the 29. All right, look at another one of those. The first thing that I want to do is I want to check to make sure that my inside numbers are the same because I can't multiply if they're not, right? But here's the next thing I want to do. I want to look at my outside numbers to see the order of my answer. I get 1 and 3. I have to know the order of my answer because that's what tells me what to go multiply, right? So I'm going to go ahead down here and I'm going to draw out for myself a 1 by 3. I'm going to give myself a row with 3 answer blanks in it. So then if I want to find what goes in the first row, first column, what do I multiply? First row times first column. So I'm going to take my first row, 6, 8, and I'm going to multiply it by my first column, 1, 4. So I would do 6 times 1, 8 times 4, and add those together to get my 38. All right. So then I want to find first row, second column. So what am I going to multiply? First row times second column. So I'm going to take 6, 8 times 5, 6. So I'm going to do 6 times 5 and 8 times 6 to get that 78. And then for my last one, what's the position of this last one? In terms of rows and columns?
First row, third column.
First row, third column. So we're going to multiply first row times third column. So 6 times 3, 8 times 2 will give us that 34 when we add those together. And as we already mentioned for this last one down here, because the inside numbers were not the same, then we can't multiply. Okay?